A big welcome to tonight's winner, Brad Katona. He is joining us all the way from Dublin, Ireland, via Skype. Thank you so much, Brad, for getting up early with us. I got to ask you right away, congratulations on the win, and did the fight play out the way you expected it?
Well, first off, thanks for having me. It's really exciting being on here. You know, I came into that fight quite confident just that I could figure out the problem that Kyler Phillips was. With him being a well-rounded fighter, and especially with good footwork, I thought, okay, let's start attacking the legs early, and not only that, but let's go for the calf kick because it's harder to catch and get the takedown. I wasn't sure what his strategy would be, but if he got on top of me, especially it being potentially only a 2-round fight, you know, I didn't want to lose any rounds, so I started off with the calf kick just to slow down that movement. Thankfully, wasn't able to catch it and string together any takedowns, and from there, the momentum just started picking up, and I just found more and more openings. So really, you know, it kind of played out. It was kind of just an open-ended strategy, but it played out kind of how I figured it would.
So, Brad, you're in the presence of UFC greatness, but don't be shy. Don't hold back. Just be yourself. Your opponent in that fight had good footwork. He was kind of fast. Were you banking on the wrestling to be the deciding factor in the fight? Obviously, DC, wrestler, and I think the wrestling was the deciding factor in that fight.
You know, with most of my fights, I always figure that, you know, wrestling is that area that connects the two, the stand up to the ground. And I was just confident in my ability of being able to control that. And that's one thing I've been able to show in a lot of my fights is either being able to take it to the ground or avoid it. You know, so it was one of those going into that fight really important to make sure I didn't let Kyler dictate that.
Well, you know, I want to ask you about, he brought up DC there. He is your coach, obviously. You guys are successful now 2 weeks in a row. Was that the coach you were hoping to get when you went into the show?
You know, I, of course, had a lot of respect for both the guys. But just with the team that DC brought in, he brought in all of AK's coaching staff. You know, we had a world-class group of coaches, as opposed to Stipe's team, which had a world-class group of fighters. And you know, I was hoping to be amongst great coaches. You know, great fighters are great to train with, and they can be great coaches as well. But, you know, AK kind of is a tried and true tested method. So, you know, I was definitely excited being amongst those coaches.
So, Brad, you're Canadian. You have some fantastic coaches out there in Canada. What on earth are you doing training in Ireland? And if you went to Ireland, why not England? Please explain yourself because, you know, I'm very disappointed in you.
You know what? I guess you could say Conor McGregor really put a spotlight on John Katona as a coach. And I believe it was after Conor won his second world title, there was an interview with Katona saying, you know, he's not happy with producing one world champion. He wants to produce another one. And I was there in Canada with my girlfriend thinking, well, why not? Why not me? Why can't I be the next world champion coming out of SBG? So I tried it out for a month in 2016 and then fell in love with the gym, fell in love with the coaching. So after that, it was just making a game plan. And a year later, I was there.
Of course, we do have to ask if you do get any reps in with Conor, if he's been to the gym lately. Basically, all of us are hungry for information on what is going on with him.
I know I've been asked a whole lot about everything regarding Brooklyn, but, you know, I haven't seen him really since. But, you know, beforehand, I had the opportunity to just roll and wrestle with him. And you know, it was, of course, I knew he'd be good. I know how strong the ground and wrestling game is here at SBG. But, you know, it was quite shocking going against him. He's a gangster on the ground as well. And, you know, it was just an absolute honor. You know, it didn't really feel real at first. All of a sudden I look over and, you know, there's Conor just head snapping me, trying to take me down. And, you know, you're kind of lost in the moment at first, but then after a while, it's
trying
just...
to take him down. Oh, now you're a wrestler.
Yeah.
Oh, stop it, Michael. Stop it. Well, no, it sounds like a great experience. Sounds like SBG is a great home for you. Obviously, you're doing well with DC on the show. Best of luck to you, Brad, moving forward. Thanks for joining us.
All the best, Brad.
Thank Thank you very much.
All right. What a nice young man.
Very nice, very nice.
DC on the show calls him Clark Kent.
Yes.
It's kind of an obvious name. So it kind of brought some things up around here, Michael. We want to play a round of what's their kryptonite. So, Michael, I'm going to give you some fighters' names.
Right.
You're going to let folks know what you believe their kryptonite is. So let's put 15 seconds on the clock. First up, Conor McGregor.
Well, I would say his wrestling, his cardio, and, of course, bust windows.
Demetrius Johnson.
You know, small fighters that are very fast and perhaps the high shelf at the supermarket.
That one hurts. John Jones.
I mean, where do I start? I mean, there's so many to start from. Lamppost, Bentleys, USADA, the list goes on.
All right, we're going to keep going past time. What about Daniel Cormier, Mike?
Daniel Cormier, his kryptonite is John Jones.
Okay,
Definitely.
Michael Bisping. What is Michael?
Well, you know, listen, I have no weaknesses, but if I had to pick one, it would be, where do we start? we haven't got all day, Karyn.
We sure
and it's
don't.
not about me, it's about the contestants on the show. So
Blondes, red wine, early call times.
Yeah,
you name it, whatever.